Are you able to get any word into North Korea about how different life is here than there?
Yes,
You haven't answered the question.
I am trying to,
Going
yes.
around and around. And
Well, you know,
now you're
Okay, well,
What did they teach you in school?
instead of learning world history, we learned, can I ask you a question?
No.
I was fed 150 kernels of corn per day.
What?
Yeah, when I first came to America, my favorite thing to do is like,
Could North Korea create an insurrection and overthrow that government?
What kind of music do they have there, and do they have heavy metal?
oh,
Is there an underground Christian church there?
How do you talk about all this and you just like...
You're smiling. How are
Yeah,
you smiling?
Is there a future, North Korea?
Does North Korea have nuclear power? Do we know?
how did I get here? So I escaped North Korea twice. First time when I was 14 and second time when I was 16 and a half. I swam across the Yellow River. Yeah, and
Swam?
A fast current?
it was very fast current, yes,
Oh my
yes,
God. So you
yes.
could've-
I could have. It is really tough to swim across because there are guards every 100 meters with AK-47
Oh,
if you get captured.
that's scary.
And when I came to China, food is everywhere. So much food that people are just throwing out on the street, basically, right? So I was like, if North Korea is so great, why aren't we like this? That's when I learned the life that I was given is a lie. In China, the neighbor reported me to the authorities. I got captured and deported back. I went to North Korean defectors detention center for 9 months, and I was
Oh,
released,
wow.
where I was forced to work up to 12 hours every day. I, was fed 150 kernels of corn per day.
What?
Yeah. It's not the corn that we eat for feed people. It's the corn that feed horses and yeah. Then I was released because I was so malnourished that I couldn't even lift my arm. And I was basically skin and bones because I had lost so much weight. They just sent me back home.
Wow.
The North Korean regime told me, you can escape again. If you get caught, you're gonna be treated worse than a bug. I spent many months trying to regain my strength after that. When I was like almost 17, I escaped North Korea again by swimming across the Yellow River. And actually in the second escape, I got caught. The security guard was screaming at me that if I didn't turn back, he's gonna shoot me, right?
Oh.
But I had no choice. Either
Yeah.
he shoot me or I would go to like the prison camp again. So I kept swimming, and then I came to China, and then I was walking 3 days in the forest without any food or water. My shoe fell apart and my feet got blisters and it popped and it started bleeding, and I couldn't walk anymore. And I was, exhausted, I was dehydrated, and I was starving basically, and I couldn't walk anymore. So I collapsed. And then a good Samaritan, a Chinese guy who doesn't speak any Korean, has nothing to do with me at all, was driving motorcycle. He stopped, he comes back, and then he picks me up, and then he takes me to his home, and then that person helped me to make a connections to South Korean missionary that helped me to find a way to escape China to Southeast Asia. From China, from one point to another, we will go to like a safe house, right? And then we'll eat there, and then we'll sleep there, and then the next morning we will go to another point, and then a person at the another point would get us on the bus, and then we'll ride that bus for like a few hours, and then go to the next point. And then Southeast Asia, I applied for political asylum to United Nations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I finally came to America.
Wow. That's crazy,
Yeah.
man. Welcome.
Congrats.
Thank you so
We're
much.
proud of you.
Thank you so much. I tell people that I have been given second chance of life. And I'm very grateful.
Do you want a cookie?
Sure, I'll take one.
How do you talk about all this and you just like...
You're smiling. How are
Yeah,
you smiling?
well-
It's just crazy.
I came to peace with it, and that made me who I am today, right? And that kind of experience made me, determined, like, I'm going to survive here and I'm going to make it out here alive. And I did, so hey, joke's on them,
That's awesome. Oh, dude, that's really awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Hi everyone. Before we get back to the video, if you'd like to help me be a voice to voiceless North Koreans, share my story with more people, and get access to some exclusive behind the scenes videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is going to be in the description below. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the video. I can answer any of your questions, but can I ask you a question?
No.
Okay.
You're the one that asked for the question.
Yes, yeah.
So you go first.
Okay, yeah. So I'm from North Korea. I escaped North Korea twice.
So are you still in touch with your dad?
I'm not, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. I found him twice, but I don't know what happened to him. And it's okay.
Do you have family still there?
I do not. Yes, if I had family back in North Korea, I can't do this because I will be putting this on social media and North Korean regime will watch it and they would persecute my family, right? But because I don't have a family,
Persecute your family because you're spreading the word that they're starving?
North Korean regime is a dictatorship, and in North Korea there is no freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of information.
Is there an underground Christian church there?
Yes.
Are you Christian?
I am a Christian. I only learned about Christianity after coming to America. But in North Korea, if you were to get captured with a Bible, not just you, but your entire 3 generations of your family, 3 generations will go to political prison camp and will be executed.
So why do they not believe in the Bible?
Because it's a dictatorship, right? Kim Jong-un, right, who is the current dictator of North Korea, because like how the dictatorship works is that you're only allowed to believe in the regime, right? You're only allowed to believe in the regime. Therefore, believing in anything else besides the government is bad.
So what do they worship?
They do not. They worship.
Kim Jong-un?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's
Okay.
right.
Are you actually North Korean?
I am.
What part of North Korea are you from?
Oh, good question. So I'm from a part of a North Korea called Hamgyeongnam-do, and it's like I would say Changjin, which is middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
it's
like
more northern part of North
Northern?
Korea.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know the parts of it.
I feel like getting into time machine and fast forwarding 70 years into the future.
Yeah. Wow.
Because like there's no running water, right? There is no hot and cold 24/7.
Yeah.
Electricity, no paved roads, no
Yeah.
cars, no cell phone, no internet, no computer.
Yeah.
And just going to like, I'm not sure if you know Kmart. Have you ever heard
Yeah.
about Kmart?
I remember
Kmart.
going there when I was like 5 or
There you
something. Yeah, and they're out of
So
business now.
When I first came to America, my favorite thing to do is like going to Kmart and just like hanging around there because I mean,
so much stuff.
right, exactly. There's so
Yeah.
many different things and so many
Yeah.
things like I can look at, right? It's like, I wonder what it feels like to own that. You know?
Yeah.
What kind of music do they have there, and do
Oh.
they have heavy metal?
Oh, you know, my grandfather was a musician who helped write North Korean national anthem.
Oh, cool.
Back in the like 70s. He was punished and thrown out of the Pyongyang, which is the capital city,
Oh, yeah.
because he was listening to rock music.
Oh.
Because there is like a ideology called juche, which is a self-centered, like self-centered,
Self-reliance.
yeah, self-reliance.
Yeah, self-reliance,
No foreign culture is allowed in North Korea. Yes, so there is no rock music, there is no jazz, there is no South Korean drama, there is no K-pop. Yeah, so if you do listen to those, you'll be punished. You will go to prison for listening to them for 4 years, depending on how severe it is. You will go to different type of prison.
Not even the Beatles, Metallica, none of that. No.
Definitely not.
Okay.
No.
Just the North Korean brainwashing propaganda music, like how great the dear leader Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, all those 3 families.
Where were you when Trump visited the 39th parallel?
Oh, I was in America already because that
What
was.
did you think of that?
That's a good question. Yeah, for me, like personally, we should hold our bargain. I mean, like we shouldn't like negotiate with the terrorists. You know, so
What should you do with them?
That's a great question, and like I don't really have an answers to, but that's the.
Do you think there was maybe Trump wasn't negotiating with him? Maybe he was doing something else?
Yeah, because like he will use that he would use that and turn it into propaganda, and say like, oh, like we are so great, like Kim Jong-un is so great that the world leaders actually came to visit us.
So what do you think of people like Dennis Rodman going there?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Yeah,
I'm with
yeah,
you.
yeah. You are going to North Korea, like even the traveling to North Korea, right? I would advise against it because you are making the North Korean region more money, right? That money goes to developing weapons.
Now, why were you so one of the elite then?
What do you mean?
What did you do special to be given citizenship.
I
here,
escaped North Korea?
But nobody else from North Korea can.
Because they can't escape North Korea. They are not allowed to leave the country.
Well, then how are you able to do that?
I escaped North Korea. I risked my life twice
Okay.
to do so.
You're a good swimmer.
I wouldn't say that, but sure.
What did they teach you in school?
Instead of learning world history, we learned Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il's history from 5 until high school. You know how America dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and Japanese surrendered, but North Korea teaches us that our dear leader Kim Il-sung has defeated head-to-toe armed Japanese and won the war, and then the Kim Il-sung saved North Koreans from the Americans.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. That's actually really unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's a lie?
Exactly. It's brainwashing, right? It's brainwashing, and I've been brainwashed my entire life.
Brainwashing.
Yeah, propaganda.
How do they censor it so heavily that people believe that?
So since when you're born as a child, you always have to worship the regime. You're enrolled in a school where they teach you Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il is our savior.
Yeah.
When you graduate the school at 17, you're forced to go to military year for 12 years, right? From 17 to 29.
12 years?
12 years where you are
crazy amount
heavily brainwashed, right? And from 29, you get out of the military and they will assign you a job. You don't get to choose what you want to do. They will assign you a job. You have no time to question what the heck is going on around the world. Questioning Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, that's just so out of their mind because that's what we've been taught our entire life. He's the good guy, but people in the middle, like a government who are in the middle that didn't communicate, right, our needs to Kim Jong-il. So he didn't know what was going on in North Korea, right? When in fact, he knew everything what was going on.
Wow.
So a lot of people do believe that Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un are
The same,
great
great
saviors and great leaders.
Great leaders, but the people in the middle, they are not.
How did you learn that you didn't like that regime?
I also watch a lot of foreign medias too, right? It's illegal to watch it, but I still watched it, and it kind of gave me an idea of life outside of North Korea, and also because of watching foreign medias, the life that I've given in North Korea, right? Is it is this true? I hear this news every day in North Korea. Oh, we're thriving. Our economy is thriving, and we have a lot of food to eat, and everything is great. But it was not true because I was hungry, and everybody in my neighborhood, they are struggling to survive, and they couldn't even they couldn't make ends meet, right? And people are starving to death. But after escaping North Korea, I definitely realized that the life that I was given is a lie. And when I came to China, food is everywhere. There was lights everywhere. There are 24-hour running water, hot and cold. I can watch South Korean drama as long as I want. Right, all these kind of different things kind of opened my mind, right? So I was like, wait, what is this? If North Korea is so great, why aren't we like this? And then when I get captured and sent back to North Korea, I was like, this is not good.
Could I fly there if I wanted to?
From China, yeah.
So
No, you cannot because you're an American citizen, I assume.
Yes.
So you cannot because America has banned. After, have you heard about Otto Warmbier?
I've heard the name, I don't know why.
So he was an American college student who went to North Korea, and then he was captured by North Korean regime, and he was tortured, and he came back home brain dead.
Yes.
The most
Otto Warmbier, yes.
Yeah, the common symptom, the reason why he was brain dead is because he's either electrocuted or drowned. Those are two reasons. So America banned after that incident.
I can't.
You cannot go.
I can't get a visa to go there. My country would not let me.
Yes, America wouldn't let you go.
Still haven't explained to me why you're doing this right here.
Oh yes, I'm trying
America.
to raise awareness about what's happening in North Korea.
And what's what? What's the ultimate goal?
That's a good question. Yeah,
That's the second question I had.
Yes,
You
that's
haven't answered the question.
I'm trying
You're
to.
going
Yes.
around and around. And
Well,
telling me about your
Okay, well,
life.
Are you trying to expose the North Korean government? Are you trying to bring awareness, I guess, to that part of the world?
That's right. Yes, I'm trying to raise awareness by sharing my story, and I've given an opportunity, a second chance at life, to escape North Korea and come to America and live my life in freedom. Right.
I like that story.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I want the same for my people that who doesn't have a voice in North Korea. By doing this, I'm hoping, and by doing this in America, I'm hoping that I can put pressure on the North Korean regime.
I'm hopeful with you.
Could North Korea create an insurrection and overthrow that government? I mean, is he ruling because people let him? Because they're getting things from him? Or are other people just too afraid to band together?
Yes, they're too afraid to band together because every time they do, not just them, but their 3 generations of their family will be executed.
Are you able to get any word into North Korea about how different life is here than there?
That's the hope. That's the hope. That's the hope. Yeah.
That would be, yeah.
That would be my dream. I believe in the grassroots movement.
Agreed.
And the more people hear about the stories of North Korean people, something would change. I don't know what. I can't give a definitive answer as to like this needs to change, but
That's what you're doing. So you're shedding light on something.
Yes.
And hopefully let God work in some way.
Where do you see the future? Is there a future in North Korea?
My hope and prayer is that North Korean regime collapse, and
Which is a real possibility, I guess. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, in my lifetime, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers
hopefully,
crossed.
yeah. And I can go back to a free North Korea. That's
That'd
my
be amazing.
dream.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
But yeah, I think the more people knows about North Korea, I think it will be better. Right?
Agreed.
What is the first word comes to your mind when you hear North Korea?
Communism. Communism.
Communism.
Communists.
No internet?
Nothing. Fine.
I don't know it.
That's fine. That's fine.
Don't know a whole lot about it.
Mysterious.
Prison.
Depression and Kim Jong-un.
Like Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-il.
Kimchi, right? I love kimchi.
Hunger.
Tragedy.
Poor people who don't really understand their government, but also are trying to make the best of their situation. I think they're very hopeful people.
What's the one word that comes to your mind when you think of Korea, North Korea?
Home.
Home.
Yeah. It's my home, right? I love my country. I love North Korea, and I personally think that when we think about North Korea, North Korean people should be the first thing that comes to your mind, right? Not the regime, not the government, not Kim Jong-un. North Korean people.